And thanks so much for logging on to GulfstreamPark.com. Now, what happens in Vegas usually stays in Vegas, but what happens on Saturday at Gulfstream may affect the outcome of the Kentucky Derby run on the first Saturday in May. I'm Aaron Vercruci. Welcome in my partner, the track diva Joanne Jones. Joanne, we've got the $1 Million Florida Derby, the feature, and 3 good headliners in this field.
We do. I mean, absolutely. I'm very excited about this race to see if we do finally get somebody moving forward and breaking free of the class, if you will. And I'm tired of upsets. I want to see something.
Bring
really,
those up. Keep reeling off the upsets.
I have an upset.
Bring on the upsets. I'll put the bobber in the water.
Yeah.
I want more upsets.
Okay.
Let's start with the ladies. We're a polite show here on Against the Odds. The Gulfstream Park Oaks is a grade 2 with 300,000 on the line, 1 mile and 1/8. And looking at the field, Dreaming of Julia, Pletcher Velasquez. Last time I checked, that jockey-trainer combo's done pretty well at Gulfstream.
It certainly did. And last time on this show, I picked Live Lively to upset Dreaming of Julia. They weren't favored that day, but here's the deal. They're stepping up into a point where they were the now horse with the current form, and they're adding, I think, 6 pounds to on Saturday, so that could slow this one down. The horse who came up on the short end of the stick when Live Lively won is Dreaming of Julia, and she's got all the grow-up potential in the world, having 3 months, more than 3 months off going into the race where she was handed the defeat. At a different weight structure today and with the race under the belt, I had to go back with Dreaming of Julia. Let's take a look just to see that last race in defeat. Remember, 3.5 months off. She hadn't been seen since the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies. She ran a very good second to a horse who was the better horse that day. And I picked it because of that, but that doesn't mean that they're going to hand the upset. I think the 2 grow-up horses are Dreaming of Julia and Emollient, and I opted for Dreaming of Julia.
Well, there's a filly down on the rail that's already beat Emollient, and I thought that was a work-woman-like effort to be second by Dreaming of Julia last time out, and I'm going to cue the Moon for the upset. This is a filly by Malibu Moon, trained by James Bond. So I'll go there, and Rosie signs on. In the debut, she rallied from off the pace. That style, it really will work well for her with all the speed signed on. Small field, but I think a quick early pace going 1 mile and 1/8, and that could be the separator as well. Some easy 6 furlong, 7 furlong workouts coming into this race, and then a bullet spin to crank up the volume for Cue the Moon. I like this filly out of an AP Indy, or out of a Tabasco Catmare Red Hot Birdie. To me, sky's the limit. We haven't seen her best, and I think we've seen what Live Lively is. To be honest with you, I think we've seen what Dreaming of Julia is. I'm hoping Cue the Moon can be better with girl power in the saddle and Rosie and Provnick.
All right, well, you've got girl power. I've got a lady Dreaming of Julia that I think has a lot of upside and big back form.